This video is for the Millermatic 200 suitcase welder. I'm going to do a quick review. I would say I've had it about a year and a half, maybe a little more, maybe 2 years. I absolutely love this machine. Absolutely love it. I have zero complaints whatsoever. Some people might complain about the plug burning because it's that MPV style plug. You unscrew this, you can put a 240 plug in here. I talked to my Miller rep. I'm not a professional welder. I do a little bit of everything, have some real estate. So I do all my own work on my cars, on my houses. And I decided to treat myself a couple years ago for Christmas to get one of these. Now it is kind of expensive if you're not a professional welder and you don't do this every day. I get it. But you get what you pay for. Back to what I was saying. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I got real excited. With this MPV plug, they're saying that one of the pins burns. I've never had that. My Miller rep said it's not seated correctly. I mean, I take the guy with a grain of salt just because he's not going to badmouth his equipment. But I also don't know what the guys on YouTube are doing while it's burning. It might just be burning because, you know, there's too much slack inside the connection. Let's see if I can take this off. Sorry, I'm holding my phone. Bear with me. So I'm thinking that, you know, depending on how much you switch this plug, if this gets wide in here, you might create an arc, especially under high current, and that's what might be burning it out. I mean, you can't really put a caliper in there, so just gotta have to test fit. And if all three of the other ones are tight fit, you know, you'll never know if that plug is loose. So that's really the only complaint that I hear other people talking about with this machine. Sorry, I'm putting this plug on so I don't lose it. I have run this machine on 220, 110 generators. I ran it on a small inverter. I had to do a quick weld job, something real light. I don't have the TIG function with this. I wish I would have got it. I didn't want to spend the money at the time because this was $2,000. I don't know what the retail was now. Plus I had to buy the cart, the bottle, the helmet. I mean, I've had all kinds of Miller welders before, but smaller, cheaper stuff. I actually had an engine drive 325 EFI that I bought just because on Craigslist. I got rid of that because I don't really need a $5,000 welder sitting around. But this I bought brand new, and I'm going to keep it till the end of time. I thought it was an okay MIG welder before, and I got this, and with this auto set feature, it dials you right in. I've never really had to fine tune the knobs, maybe a couple times, depending on if I was doing some thin gauge sheet metal. But the thicker stuff, I mean, I just put it on 3/16 to quarter and burn right through. It's incredible. Even the Bernard gun feels so much better in your hand as opposed to other models. I'm not going to dog other models. They're good welders. That's not what this video is about. It's just to talk about this video. But one problem I had last week, and this is not a problem with the welder. I opened this. I didn't use it for about a month and a half. And in New Jersey right now, it is extremely humid. I mean, 85 to 90% every day. And it rusted solid, the spool. It was actually kind of jammed inside the tube, and I was concerned I might have to re-sleeve the gun. I've never done that before, but I bought a new spool and it went right through. I was impressed. I thought I was gonna have to put a new core inside the gun. I forget what they're called. I've probably put 20 of the 2-pound spools in here. I don't buy the 10-pound spools because I'm always doing different gauge, different thickness metals, solid core, flux core. I'm always changing it, and with the cost of the bigger spools and the weight of it and taking care of it, I just go with 2-pound spools. Home Depot, they're like, I don't know, $12. Oh-third, you have everything 24,000s up to 50,000. So you don't have to worry about it in the middle of the night. If you run out, just go get some more wire. The regulator's been solid. I was debating on whether to get the TIG function, but because this only does DC TIG, lift arc, or was it scratch start or lift arc? I forget. Lift arc. Actually went and got another welder, a Tweco with high frequency. I picked this up brand new. I've got a fairly good deal on it. I'll do a review on that later. I don't want to deviate too much. If you guys are looking for anything in particular, information on this, or you want me to demonstrate something before you buy it, put a message in the down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. I haven't done a lot of stick with it. I'm not a big stick guy. I do primarily MIG. Like I said, I've never done TIG with this. I've probably burned through a box of rods, maybe 6010s. Never had a problem with that, but that was pretty much just plain. I went to Tractor Supply and I got a whole heap of different stainless steel rods when I was trying to fix a stainless exhaust one time. Didn't work out in my favor, so I actually went and got straight argon with a roll of stainless wire and did it that way. I don't want to spend the money on a tank, but the guys at Praxair actually let me take the tank back if I brought it back to them the same day for minimal charge. Shout out to Praxair in Flemington, New Jersey. That's where I bought this, and that's where they let me take that tank back. I buy all my welding stuff from there, well, minus the wire and if it's the middle of the night. But I mean, being a hobby welder, I spent thousands with them. I will take a day off from work just to go see them and peruse and buy whatever I can afford for that time. I went a little overboard. No gloves with them. Went a little overboard buying consumables with the tips. At the time, I was afraid, you know, I didn't know how they were going to burn out or if I was going to be changing them constantly, so I bought bags of them and I haven't burnt anything. So it's a 220 plug. I actually did use this on a 10 kilowatt generator one time, and there was an issue with the ground bonding or neutral or something, and it was showing like 260 volts. It actually gives you the input voltage on the screen. The welder didn't complain. You know, I ran my 035 wire, a 1/4 inch steel, and it just buzzed right through. The fan kicked on when it needed to, just kept going. Like I said before, if you can spend the money on this machine, even as a hobby welder or a pro, by all means, I recommend it wholeheartedly. Thanks for watching.